In the world of sports, few stories are as heartbreaking, as inspiring, and as cinematic as the story of Lolo Jones. This is not just the story of an athlete. This is the story of a little girl who slept on church floors, who felt hunger gnawing at her stomach, yet still dared to dream of Olympic glory. A girl who turned her pain into power and her struggles into strength. Lolo Jones was born in Des Moines, Iowa. Her early life was anything but easy. Her family often moved from one place to another, struggling to keep a roof over their heads. At one point, Lolo, her mother, and her siblings found themselves homeless. They slept on the floor of a Salvation Army church basement, surrounded by strangers, surviving on hope and faith. But even in those dark nights, young Lolo Jones whispered to herself, "One day, I will run my way out of this." At school, teachers noticed something extraordinary. Lolo was fast, not just quick, but lightning fast. Her raw speed and fierce determination made her stand out. Running became her escape. Every stride on the track was a step away from poverty, a step closer to freedom. But her path wasn't smooth. Without money for proper shoes, Lolo trained in old, worn-out sneakers. She ran on cracked city pavements, in the rain, in the cold, determined that nothing would stop her. Her hard work began to pay off. Lolo Jones earned a scholarship and became one of the fastest hurdlers in the nation. Her smile lit up the track, and her spirit inspired millions. She qualified for the 2008 Beijing Olympics. For Lolo, this was the dream she had fought for since childhood. The little homeless girl was now standing on the world's biggest stage. The world watched as Lolo Jones lined up for the 100-meter hurdles final. She exploded off the blocks. She cleared hurdle after hurdle. She was leading the race. But then, tragedy. Just 2 hurdles away from Olympic gold, Lolo clipped a hurdle and stumbled. In an instant, her dream slipped away. She crossed the finish line, but not as the champion the world expected. Lolo collapsed in tears. Her heartbreak was broadcast across the globe, and the media didn't let her forget it. For many athletes, that moment would have been the end, but not for Lolo Jones. She cried, she grieved, but she refused to let that failure define her. In interviews, she admitted how much it hurt, but she also said, "Failure will not have the last word. I will." Lolo trained harder than ever. She returned to the track, determined to prove herself again. But then, in a bold and unexpected move, she did something no one saw coming. She switched sports. Lolo Jones joined the U.S. bobsled team. From sprinting on tracks under the sun to pushing sleds across icy mountains, the transition was brutal. But Lolo's resilience carried her through. In 2014, at the Sochi Winter Olympics, Lolo Jones represented the United States not just in track, but now on ice. She became one of the rare athletes to compete in both the Summer and Winter Olympics. From homelessness to hurdles, from heartbreak to ice tracks, her story had come full circle. But Lolo Jones's impact didn't stop with medals or Olympic appearances. She became a voice of hope. She spoke openly about her struggles with poverty, failure, and faith. She inspired young kids who felt broken, reminding them that they too could rise. She showed the world that success is not just about winning gold. It's about refusing to give up. It's about standing tall, even after life knocks you down. Today, Lolo Jones is more than an athlete. She is a symbol of resilience. A woman who ran from the shadows of homelessness into the light of Olympic arenas. A fighter who stumbled in front of millions but found the strength to rise again. Her name will always remind us that no matter how cold the nights, how heavy the struggles, or how painful the failures, with faith, courage, and relentless determination, we can all rise. This is the story of Lolo Jones, from homelessness to Olympic ice and track. A story that proves it's not where you start, but how far you're willing to go.